Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Formula One threw out 2 races, NASCAR threw back its liveries, and IndyCar threw up some big ratings. All this and more next on the Pit and Paddock Racing Show.
NASCAR went to Darlington, where the former Garden Gnome, Tyler Reddick, overcame the luck of the Irish to get win number 4. Brad Keselowski finished P2, and Carson Hocevar brought down P3.
I bet Reddick is wishing for a straight-up points championship right about now.
I wonder how many race wins they got in the NASCAR settlement, because it's getting kind of ridiculous.
That's true. NASCAR boosted the horsepower for the Darlington race from 670 up to 750, and they mandated a low downforce aero package in an effort to make a better race, and it did not work.
Thanks, Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
I don't think it was I think it was better than it was, because there was still more passing than there has been in the past Darlington races. Just not for the lead as much.
Yeah.
And, Reddick did come from the back at least a couple times with that battery issue, and Blaney came from the back, because every time he pits, there's an issue.
It's like the Max Verstappen of NASCAR.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm in the back, I could still win.
Moving on to the race, of course Tyler Reddick started P1, and Bubba started P2 for an all 2311 front row.
Also part of the settlement.
Yeah. They dominated the early laps, but Tyler Reddick had some battery issues and a slow pit stop put him back early.
I heard his battery issues forced him to turn off all his fans, just like Kyle Busch.
And his driver cooling system, too, when it was, like 90 degrees out.
I did see him put a literal ice pack in his suit on a pit stop.
Shoved it in there.
It's like a Ziploc with a bunch of ice cubes.
I saw him draining his cool suit out at one point, too.
Wasn't he doing some, like, a MacGyver system to drain it out? Like,
he's trying to shoot it out the window. Once again, well, that really wasn't a cool suit failure, because they had to turn it off due to the battery, but it's always with the cool suit problems. The first cycle of stops happened around lap 45. We saw Brad K cycle to the lead for the first time in quite a while. He's had a bit of a rough go.
Brad's still racing?
Yeah. He went on to win a sleepy stage 1, and under that caution, that's when Tyler Reddick put in a big-ass battery in the car to get him through the rest of the race.
I noticed Blaney left his pit with the loose wheel again and had to go visit a friend's pit box to get his wheel tightened.
Yeah, it was nice of Andretti's pit crew to help out Blaney this weekend again.
Yeah. For all the haters who said it's not fair, you got to remember, NASCAR previously ruled that entering another man's box was within regulations.
That was insensitivity training.
Yeah.
That's Ryan's third loose wheel nut in 2 races.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough. Well, thank God for the stage pit stops, because that was more exciting than pretty much the whole race up to that point.
Yeah, stuff happened in the pit stops.
Larson started stage 2 in P1, but quickly fell back, like Larson does.
Did any of the Chevys do well?
I think Hocevar was the highest finishing, and he was like 7th, or maybe, no, he got up to 3rd. That's right. But all the Hendrick cars were like, back half of the top 10.
Hocevar ran over a mushroom or something at the end of that race.
He picked up the star on the track. Lap 112, Eric Jones bends and wakes up the crowd. He ends up hitting Hammy and Bubba Wallace.
Hammy's not starting out so good this year.
No, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
He did get the one win, but that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. He did win one. I forgot about that. Sorry, Hammy. I liked lap 133 because the RFK cars were 1, 2, and 3.
And Kyle Busch hasn't crashed yet.
Wow. Did he crash last week? He did not. Oh, he did.
I think he hit something. He hit the wall.
That's it.
I counted it.
I'm sure he smacked the wall at some point at Darlington.
It's Darlington. Everyone hits the wall. I didn't see it mentioned, so I didn't catch it. Brad made it back to the lead after the restart, and he went on to win stage 2, holding off his employer, Chris Butcher.
Yeah, Butcher didn't try too hard to get past his boss on the final laps, did he?
He was just hanging out.
Yeah, Brad was looking like the car to beat there for a while, but all the while...
Yeah, well, he did look pretty good when Tyler Reddick was in the back with battery problems. Lap 197, the snooze alarm goes off as Terrible Herbst takes a spin to bring out the yellow. And the entire field pits, but Butcher and 5 other cars stay out for some stupid reason.
I heard they were waiting for some Buc-ee's stalls to open up.
Can't be too picky at the Darlington there.
They have Buc-ee's in North Carolina?
I don't know.
I thought it's all over the South. Does North Carolina count as the South? Yes.
Sure it does.
Okay. By lap 218, the race was so boring that Fox went to spotter radio.
That's a go-to.
Yeah.
They should have switched over to some drunk whiskey tango crowd shots. That's always a good filler.
That's always a winner. They could fill up most of the show with that.
I like the guy pointing at his
Oh, yeah.
every time the driver goes by. That's one of my favorites. Or the hat spin.
Oh, the arm pump, the Arsenio guy
Yeah.
that's still doing the whoop whoop.
I'm sure the driver is really enjoying that every time he goes by.
He's watching for it.
Yeah. Lap 241, Reddick hits Butcher as he's coming into pit road, but the track stays green. I thought that might have been it for both of them.
Reddick blamed Butcher for that. I don't know how.
I said you're supposed to wave or something before you come in. It's usually the guy behind's fault, isn't it?
Don't you like write a note to the spotter who gives a note to the other guy's spotter to say, hey, my guy's coming in?
Yeah, that's normally what you do.
Don't
Like, hey,
think.
you're coming in 2 laps, and the spotter would be like, we're coming in, so that exact thing doesn't happen.
I can count on my hand that number of times I've heard a driver say, oh yeah, that was my fault. It's always the other guy's fault.
Yes, that's right. Well, Brad K got back to the lead through the pit cycle, but Reddick is in an actual rocket ship, and with 26 to go, Reddick is back in the lead, and he just stretches it out for the win.
It's the year of the garden gnome, I tell you. The Chinese got it wrong. It's not the year of the horse.
Finally, Reddick broke his long 2-race winless streak. I'm glad he could overcome that.
Has he won more races than Jeff Gordon did in his day at this point? Did Jeff win 4 out of 6?
He might have at some point back in those big years, but I think that actually might be the most to start a season, 4 of 6.
That was reminding me of the Jeff days when everybody was tired of the little dude from California winning so much.
It's like watching Formula One last year.
Oh,
Or the Max Verstappen years.
or Payu winning every other
Or
race.
watching IndyCar.
Yeah. In NASCAR news, 3 crew chiefs were booted from the Darlington race. This after 4 crew chiefs were booted from the Las Vegas race. When asked why so many crew chiefs are getting booted after pre-race inspection, NASCAR President Steve O'Donnell said he was told they had ICE warrants.
Oh, that's good. You're going to want to be careful with that.
Yeah, probably a good time to get out of Vegas.
NASCAR truck driver Daniel Dye was suspended for a homophobic slur aimed at IndyCar driver David Malukas. NASCAR has mandated that Dye undergo sensitivity training. Pit and Paddock brings you the top 5 things you learn in NASCAR sensitivity training.
Number 5, thou shalt not tie the garage overhead door pull rope in a hangman's noose. We don't need the FBI nosing around the garage.
That one's relatively new
Yeah.
and very important.
It's in an addendum.
Number 4, the War of Northern Aggression must be referred to as the Civil War, at least in public.
That went with the no Confederate flags at the race.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, insults are only acceptable if followed with bless his heart. For example, Kyle Busch has hit more walls than wives, bless his heart.
That one's really handy in real life, too.
He should have just done that with Malukas.
Yes. Oh, man. See, that's why he's going. He's learned that now.
He'll know.
Number 2, thou shalt not homo shame the IndyCar drivers. We all know the gays are over in F1.
Yes. Schumacher and maybe Gasly. I don't know. No, I saw Gasly with the girl.
Yeah, very European of him.
Well, Schumacher married a girl for a while. And number 1, putting your inbred third cousin on the pit crew does not count as a diversity hire.
No. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney. Is he the inbred third cousin, or did he hire the inbred?
He must have hired him after those
okay.
pit stops, I would guess.
Ugh, okay. Dang it. See, I messed up. I gotta do the thing to let you know.
Oh, because we have to... Oh, you have to say the thing. So
Yeah.
It can be short.
Well, then I did throat clearing in the middle of it.
Did I do the intro? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I said...
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay. Time for the best and worst NASCAR paint schemes for the Darlington 400 race. Good. What was your best paint scheme?
Freebird. I think Chase Briscoe had a Freebird car, so that was my pick.
That was pretty cool. It had an American flag on it, too.
Yep, just said Freebird.
I like it. My best car, Hocevar in the 77 Wrangler. I mean, he drove that car to P3. If I'm him, I'm using that paint scheme every race.
That was nice. That was the Dale Earnhardt throwback
Yes.
from the 80s, I think. That was a cool car.
Back when people wore Wranglers.
Yeah. My bad paint scheme is the number 38 Zane Smith throwback. He made an attempt, kind of didn't work out. It's like the colors were off, the logos are not the same. You know, it just is. If the sponsors and stuff don't look right, it doesn't look right.
My worst car would be Gilligan in the number 34 Rudabushka. I don't know. You can't pronounce it, and the car's ugly. That's all I can say.
Another fail throwback.
Honorable mention?
I think the number 47 Ricky Stenhouse, the non-vegan raw meat wrap. That one's always nice.
That's a pretty cool wrap.
Just says non-vegan.
It's got Sasquatch on the side, too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's a good car. Noteworthy, all the Biffle throwback cars. Like, I get it, and that's nice, but man, there was just a lot of Biffle throwback cars.
I think I think they covered like every era of Biffle with those. Coming up next, NASCAR is heading to Martinsville for the Paperclip 400. Predictions?
You know, you go first.
I'm going to say someone from Hendrick. You know, shouldn't they have already won a race by now? Martinsville's their best track. I think they're finally going to do it here.
Based on the track shape, I'm going with Judah Ben-Hur to win. Plus, his Chariot has more horses than the Gen 7 car.
No restrictor plates on that one.
Yeah.
You know what, come to think of it, I'm going to change my pick to Masala for the win this time.
Oh, the anti-hero to Judah Ben-Hur.
Yes, he's going to thwart Judah this time again.
In Formula One news, Aston Martin team principal Adrian Newey was demoted back down to tech director. Apparently, he disrespected Honda, their power unit supplier, in a post-race press conference by stating the obvious that Honda's power unit is crap.
Didn't they learn anything from McLaren in 2015 with that?
Yes. Experts are saying that Newey's big fail was not babysitting Honda at the power unit factory and making sure they were actually creating an engine.
Man, Honda is like a Horcrux for Alonso. You know, just when he thinks he's rid of them, they pop right back up again.
Oh, God, how many times can these people come back?
Oh, Honda again. In Formula One news, Aston Martin driver Fernando Alonso will not race in the Japanese Grand Prix. Alonso made the decision after Aston's power unit manufacturer, Honda, announced they will be testing their new lawnmower engine in the Aston Martin this weekend. The car is now expected to be at least 1 second a lap faster than previous.
It can't get worse.
No, it's going to pick up, actually.
Formula One's new 2026 regulations include a power unit evaluation after races number 6, 12, and 18. So if your power unit is 2 to 4% down from the top power unit, Mercedes, you get 1 upgrade. If your engine is more than 4% down, you get 2 upgrades. And if you have a Honda power unit, the team can contend for the F2 championship.
That makes sense. They're probably going to lose, too.
Yeah, they would probably lose the F2. And you know what? Since Bahrain and Saudi Arabia Grand Prix are canceled, number 6 will be Monaco. So, wow.
That's a gap.
It's a long way to go before you can upgrade your power unit.
That's an old IndyCar style gap right there.
Yeah. Race highlights, nothing, because they didn't race.
No, just a more Honda failure.
And up next, still the Japanese Grand Prix this weekend.
Finally.
I can't wait to see the Japanese hats. They do a good job at crazy hats.
Got some good liveries coming up, too, for it.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they'll do the angry meatball again on, well, not on Aston Martin. They did it last, it was at Racing Bulls they had the Honda last year? And
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Red Bull and Racing Bulls. I mean, Verstappen won races with the Honda last year, but not this year.
Yeah.
Was it Honda or Toyota that refused to do all electric cars? I think that was Toyota.
Oh, yeah, they took the money part of that.
Yeah, the great-great-grandson of Toyota said, I'm not doing that. And then they harassed him for a long time, and finally he's like, I'll do a hybrid. And that's it.
And now for our Pit and Paddock Racing Show, interesting fact of the week. The Straits of Hormuz, currently a flashpoint in the Iranian war, gets its name from a Zoroastrian deity, Ahura Mazda, which is believed by ancient Persians to be the god of nuclear enrichment.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was your interesting fact of the week.
Wasn't Uhura like the comms officer on the original Star Trek?
Yes, Ahura. That's right.
Good job, Roddenberry. In IndyCar, we have nothing because there's no news.
Nothing happened?
IndyCar didn't do anything interesting this week.
When they take a week off, they really take a week off.
Yeah, they went dark. They put the whole series in a Faraday bag.
Nothing.
But next up, they do go to Alabama for the Shallow Gene Pool Grand Prix.
Barber. That's a fun track.
The Grand Prix of Alabama just does not sound like a real race for some reason.
That's fun. That's a fun name.
Wait, is that the one where they have the mannequin that looks like a prostitute up on a bridge?
Oh, Georgina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then giant spiders everywhere, right?
Yeah, those weird art pieces around the track.
It's like a Ripley's Believe It or Not track.
I wonder if she'll be back.
Yeah, didn't she get run over last time?
She fell in the middle of the race. Oops. Oh. In other news, the Iranian women's soccer team rejected Australian asylum offer and returned to Iran after they realized they didn't want to live in a country following strict Sharia law.
Mostly Melbourne.
Yeah. Good move on their part.
President Trump threatened to bomb Iran's power plants if they didn't open the Straits of Hormuz. In response, the Iranian spokesman died in an airstrike.
Quite the response.
Yeah. You know who I miss? Baghdad Bob. Remember Baghdad Bob from the first Gulf War?
That was fun.
Yeah. He would just come out to a news conference and make ridiculous claims like, we have the entire American army on the run.
The president is currently held captive in our jails.
Yeah, we have Bush right here.
That was a fun time.
Yeah.
That was before everyone could just say no on the internet.
Back when people had a sense of humor. That's it for the show, but we have a three-peat coming up. No, not a three-peat. Trifecta?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's running.
Yep, that'll be a good show next week. Tune in.